Warren Weisfuss says at the 9-minute mark of my video this morning, I started raging about Google, how Google Chrome browser is I don't know, it's a memory hog. And if you have it running and you try to watch multiple YouTube videos, then it screws things up and you have to keep restarting it. Anyway, Warren says the video faded to black and then black again and then only to get scrambled again. I don't know, man. Don't bite the hand that feeds you or it will bite back. I don't know. Yeah, don't talk about Google. They run everything. Nick CT says, regarding your browser woes, try to keep the amount of extensions at a minimum. I only have 2 or 3. Because they can often blatantly spy on you and use up your memory. Also search for the Chrome Disable Hardware Acceleration. This feature often causes exactly the symptoms you described. Hey, the hardware acceleration, huh? Hey, Ed Tetra, again, it's French. I'm trying my best. Black Bigot and Elvis Travels could become a long-haul trucking team. You know, that's not a bad idea. You know, Bigot has a CDL, or what do they call it? I think it's a CDL. Elvis was trying to get one like a year ago. Yeah, you know, I like that. They would be a good pair. Line Screw 1, do you like fun? Absolutely. Fun is my 2 F words I like. Fun and free. Coley Hope says, if nomads want music at a get-together, then go to a music festival. The RTR was meant for meeting new people, learning, and peace and quiet. From looking at the videos from this RTR, it seems that people were happy, there was no drama, and it was successful. And you know what, Coley, you're probably very right there. You know, I think we were all looking at this growing and bigger and bigger and getting crazier and crazier. And yeah, you're right. It was maybe a step back from previous years and things were a little calmer. And Bob is that kind of guy. He's contemplative, quiet, not a lot of loud partying. So yeah, in a way, Coley, you're probably right. Chris Seliga writes, Dave, bands cost money depending on how popular they are and what their going rate is. Maybe next year, Cheap RV Living Bob can get the Blue Oyster Cult or White Snake. I don't see Bob willing to spend money on bands. He might as well just save his money and either buy his own land somewhere to have the RTR each year or pay $600K or whatever for the BLM without a permit. Yeah, a permit, yeah. Again, what kind of music should they get, you know? I mean, I don't know. How about ABBA? Are they still around? How about ABBA? See, all these people are picking on me because I gave some earthquake advice. I was saying that earthquakes generally tend to be in places with mountains. Wayne says, you better tell California to redraw their earthquake fault lines map because I've stood on some of them and I wasn't on a mountain. Mountains nearby, yes, but I wouldn't call San Francisco being in the mountains, and they have a history of earthquakes. What I meant to say was fault lines. And so usually where you have fault lines, you have like mountain ranges, okay? That's what I'm saying, you know? That's what causes mountains. 2 plates hit, you know, clonk, clonk, and then one goes up over the other and you get a mountain range, all right? That's where you tend to have earthquakes. You don't have to be in the mountains, but cities that are near fault lines and they have very mountainous, hilly topography tend to be places where you tend to have earthquakes, okay? Flat places that are coral, like Florida, yeah, you could get little minor tremors from far away or maybe shifting sands, but you're not, you know, you don't hear about giant earthquakes in Miami or, you know, places along the East Coast. Oh, then someone's going to dig up something. Oh, there was a giant earthquake in Charleston, South Carolina in 1764. Yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever. It's just a general thing. We think of hurricanes for Miami, not earthquakes. That's all I'm saying, all right? Be in Athens. Bob's doing a live stream tonight where he talks about the future of the RTR. I think entertainment would be a good draw, and he has a stage and seating at the fairgrounds if he wants to go there. Another draw, women. Men will go where women are, and women love shopping, bring vendors, and they love a good deal, sell tables, spaces for a flea market, and everyone loves food. How about some vendors, food trucks, or a daily themed potlucks, donations, profits for Donations of Profits Tower? Maybe the biggest thing the RTR needs is some people with ideas. And that's a good point. It doesn't have to be rock bands. You can have some folk bands, some Americana, some bluegrass. It doesn't have to be like bang your head kind of stuff. And yes, do other things. The big tent there in Quartzsite is a perfect example. Isn't that where a lot of people buy space and then they do their thing, and people, do something like that, In fact, it's there in Quartzsite right now. Maybe Bob should just change the dates of everything and rent the big tent area for, that whole area for the RTR. I don't know. It just seems like, it's getting boring. And Bob needs to start thinking a little outside the box. Yeah, we're talking about Ringo's star. Yeah, he married Barbara Bach in 1981. That's right, Debbie says. Ringo. Yeah. Ringo looks great. For a guy who's obviously somewhere in his mid to late 70s, Ringo looks pretty damn good, and he's still touring. He's a healthy guy. Oh, my. Sunny Girl said there was an earthquake in Greensboro, North Carolina at 1:30 in the morning on the 28th. Lasted about 40 seconds. Wow. Wow. Well, Greensboro's, I don't know. Wow. Could that have been Roland? Did Roland Orzabals have something to do with that? I don't know, man. Maybe his drone crashed. His gigantic drone. We're still all trying to figure out why, a whole bunch of people are trying to figure out why RV Rebel Girl didn't feel that hurricane, or that earthquake there, even though she was closer to it than Miami was, because she's down in the Keys, right? Now remember that Congressman, Russell says, that thought that islands float. He thought Guam might tip over. Remember RV Rebel Girl? She was on a floater island. Maybe. Some people said the sand. The sand absorbs the earthquake waves, and so you don't feel it as much. I don't know. Do not know. There are, certain geologically, certain rocks carry those waves better than others do, and you don't have to be so close to the epicenter. Places further away can feel it more because they have different kinds of rocks and geology and stuff like that. Christian Chicken Scratch Travels writes, my friends are on the north side of Jamaica right now and they felt nothing. Well, what were they smoking? All right, folks, that'll do for letters for today, the 29th, Wednesday, 2020. Don't forget, this weekend, we got a very special guest for the Camodave Saturday show at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Be there or be square. All right, folks, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm working on the studio now. I got some lighting here, so we're working on the studio now, and so let's see. So yeah, we're getting the studio set up here, and yeah. How you doing, Crotch?
I'm doing good, Dave. Yeah, the crushy though.
All right. So anyway, Crotchy's got his ball there. And yeah, so we're working on getting a new map and everything. So stay tuned. But everything's going cool. Cool. Anyway, log under. Should I buy Crotchy some friends? He needs some friends. I think that's a good idea. $12? Good investment.
This is a Crossy production under the auspices of ZEP LLC. Oh, yeah!